Nintendo Games Now.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff with Nintendo Games Now, and this is another rant. What am I ranting about this time? Well, you can guess by the logo, it's about Amiibo. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Amiibo are NFC figurines that Nintendo has made of their characters from their different games. And there's several different series. There's ones for Super Smash Bros., ones for Super Mario Brothers, and there's going to be ones for Yoshi's Woolly World. There's some for Splatoon that just came out as well. And there'll probably be others as well. I know they just recently announced a Chibi Robo one. The MSRP for these things are $12.99, $12.99 each, and it is ridiculous. I went through the pricing for the ones that were most recently released, which was back on May 29th. There's 9 of them, and on average, if you were to buy them off of Amazon today, you would be spending almost $30 on average per Amiibo. That's including any shipping and handling, by the way. That is that's over double of what the MSRP is, because double would be $26. So that's ridiculous. There's no way that it should be costing $30 a piece. Take, for example, one of the rare ones from this particular wave, Lucina. She costs $49. That's, what is that, like almost 4 times the cost? Yeah, almost 4 times the cost. And that's not even for a North American version. That's for a Japanese version, which, if you are a really particular collector and you do collect new in box, then you probably want them all to be the same from the same region, because that's the only difference between the regions is the box, the text on it. Otherwise, they're exactly the same once you take it out of the package. So, to get all of Wave 4, you would have to spend $264.53 as of today if you bought it off of Amazon. Some of those are at the MSRP price, like the Inkling Girl from Splatoon and Pac-Man, but all the others are above MSRP. That is ridiculous, in my opinion. And then you have, the fact that the stock situation that's been going on ever since these things got popular, and you can't find them anywhere. Even if you pre-order them, you gotta stand in line to wait to pre-order them. And back when GameStop did theirs, they didn't do ones on their website. They just did in-store ones, and they had their little internal web thing set up, and they crashed their server. That's how busy it was. And that was in the middle of the day. That wasn't even, when people were out of school or off work yet. Can you imagine if they did it like at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening? It would have been even worse. And they've since added some to their website, some of the more common ones like the Splatoon ones and Charizard and such, but the rare ones are probably not going to be going up there for a while, if ever. Probably not until we get reprints if Nintendo ever decides to do that. So, not only can you not find them in store for MSRP, if you do find them somewhere, you're going to be paying a lot of money for them. Like, I've got probably close to 40 of them so far, and I've spent several $100s on these things altogether, including the price of the item, the sales tax, and shipping and handling. And that's just crazy. But it's a cool idea, and it's a cool thing, I think, because, being a lifelong Nintendo fan like I am, I started playing the NES back when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So, I always wanted a Nintendo collectible like this, and the only thing they had back in the day was those like Mario and Zelda ones that had the little action scenes, which those were okay, but I wasn't a whole lot of variety. Whereas nowadays you have tons more franchises and characters to choose from, which is cool. But they need to do a better job of stocking them. But it's bullshit that you cannot go into a store and get them off the shelf. I mean, look at some of their competitors like Skylanders and the Disney Infinity ones. You can go into the store and get pretty much any of those off the shelf you want. I mean, I'm not really super familiar with their rarity and all that because I'm not really into those, but just look at the figure section in Target or Walmart or GameStop or Toys R Us or Best Buy or whomever, and there's tons and tons of Skylanders and Disney Infinity and hardly any Amiibo. And if you do find any, it's always the super common ones like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Zelda, Yoshi, etc. Samus, Donkey Kong. You don't seem to find any of the rare ones. Like some of the more rare ones that I have, like Marth and Wii Fit Trainer and Villager and all those, I had to buy from international versions of websites like Amazon UK or from sites in Japan. I mean, that's ridiculous that you have to do that. All because they can't be bothered to stock any here. I don't know what the problem is. You think that with as much money as Nintendo has, they can just afford to make more. So that's why I think it's a false scarcity. And by that I mean that they're intentionally making certain ones rare to increase demand. And people can't find it, they think that people are going to want it more and go crazy for them and try to pre-order all of them instead of just going for the ones they want or just for the rare ones. And thus they make more money. That's my thinking of it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it seems to be because, like I said, you can't hardly find them anywhere. I mean, the last wave, Wave 3, there's 3 of them that are store exclusives, which I want to talk about that in a minute, that I did not get originally because I did not start collecting in earnest till after those had already long since been pre-ordered. They sold out their pre-orders for them. And I had to get them from a Japanese site for the reprints. And I'm paying $20 a piece for those, which they are normally only $13. So that's $7 more. I mean, that's 2 of those is the price of 1 figure. So, yeah, store exclusives, that is another thing that pisses me off about this. And those are also bullshit. All it does is benefits the retailer. It does not benefit anyone else. I mean, I guess maybe it might benefit Nintendo, because the retailer is going to pay them X amount of dollars to say, hey, only give me this particular figure. Like this last wave, Jigglypuff was only at Target. Ness was only at GameStop. Greninja was only at Toys R Us. And then the previous wave, you had Gold Mario at Walmart. You had Shulk at GameStop, Grizzly and Luma at Target, Meta Knight at Best Buy, Lucario at Toys R Us, and so forth. Why should I have to go to 20 different places to buy these things? I shouldn't have to. I should be able to go into any store I want that carries game stuff and buy the ones I want. It's stupid. And it's ridiculous that they make you jump through all these hoops. But like I said, I think that's a way for them to increase demand for them. And from what I was reading, the next wave, which is wave 5, they're going to be doing even more store exclusives. So they apparently have not learned their lesson that store exclusives piss off their customers. If you are going to piss off your customers, eventually you're not going to have any customers. That's the way business works. There's only so far you can push people before they say enough, and they say to hell with you, and they're not going to buy them anymore. We're probably not at that point yet, but we may be one day. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but eventually it's going to get that way if they keep up the way that they've been doing things. There's been a lot of speculation on different forums online about which ones might be exclusives. Some were saying Palutena might be for Target since they tend to select the female characters for their exclusives. And there's someone that said Dr. Mario might be for GameStop and so forth. But there's 2 female characters in the next wave. There's Palutena and there's Zero Suit Samus as well. So, but Samus is a common back in the first wave, so I'm sure Zero Suit Samus will probably be common or semi-common as well. Uncommon, whatever you want to call it. And then to round up the rest of the wave, you got Dark Pit, Bowser Jr., Ganondorf, and Olimar. And if they make all of them exclusive, or even like half of them exclusive, that's going to be ridiculous. It's like I said, you got to stand in line and pre-order them. And most of these stores don't open until like 10 a.m. You know, people like me that have to go to work, or other people have to go to school. You know, you can't just take off just to go pre-order some figure. You know, that's ridiculous. And then on their websites, they've been putting them up at 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone's asleep. Yeah, it might save your website from crashing, but a lot of people are not even going to have a chance to purchase them. The only people who are going to get them are people that are up all night or scalpers, you know, that have things set up to do more automation of the purchasing process. And that's another thing that they've not been doing a good job of, is limiting the purchase quantity. Some are trying to do it 1 per figure, but there's ways around that scalpers have obviously found, because you just go on eBay or Amazon, you know, you can check out all the high-priced listings like I was talking about earlier. And then you have others that are saying you can buy 2 per customer, which even like that is too much, in my opinion. I mean, if your friend or family member wants one, that's fine, you know, I don't have a problem with that, but let them come in there and, you know, even if you give them the money yourself, let them buy it, you know, be the person that is actually rung up, not you buying 2 at a time, or 3 at a time, or 4 at a time, or however many. Because that just makes it so other people that are collectors too are not able to get them. And that's unfair. I mean, I know life is not fair, but like I said, you should be able to go into any store that sells these things and be able to find them on the shelf. And you can't, which is ridiculous. I don't know if it's ever going to get resolved. I guess eventually it will, but they've been really, really bad about it and secretive about their plans. I mean, the only one as far as I know, that they confirmed that it would be reprinted in North America this month, and I think that one did come out finally, the reprint, but I've got mine from Amazon UK, so or Amazon DE rather, the German Amazon website. So I didn't have to worry about looking for the reprint, because I didn't feel like waiting, because they said, well, it'll be out in spring, and they said May or something, I forget what exactly, but that's another thing they do. They're very vague about the release dates of these things. Like the Yarn Yoshi ones, there's only 3 of them, and they said fall 2015. Okay, well, that could be anywhere between the end of September through the end of December, you know? If it released on like December 19th, you know, that's still technically fall. Winter doesn't start till around then, so that's very vague, and I hate that kind of thing when it comes to release dates for anything, not just gaming stuff. And then their Wave 5, they're splitting up separately, in North America at least. They're going Dark Pit and Palutena in July, and then Bowser Jr., Dr. Mario, Zero Suit Samus, Ganondorf, and Olimar are in September. But I guess technically those are going to be Wave 6. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, there was a Jigglypuff and Greninja got added on to Wave 4, which in other territories they were not part of Wave 4. And they just threw them on there one day on a Nintendo Direct. I think they announced them as part of Wave 4. which is kind of odd. That's why we're only getting 2 for the July release as of right now. That may have changed since last time I looked at it, but I don't know. But yeah, so basically, if you want to buy these things, you're going to be spending a lot of money, and a lot more than you should. And I hope Nintendo fixes this so you can just go into whatever store you want and buy them for the MSRP price. And, you get what you want and you're done with it. And I have to wait around forever and ever and ever and not stay in the line. Will that day come? I don't know. I hope so. Anyways, thanks for listening to me rant and rave about this for a little while. And I'll have another one of these to discuss some other stuff that pisses me off about gaming. Like all the remakes that the industry's been doing lately. And reboots. Those things are stupid. And I'm also going to do a little bit different of a discussion in the near future about what I want to see at E3 and what I think we will likely see from Nintendo. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then.
Hi, this is Jeff from Nintendo Games Now. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, feel free to click the like button or subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one. And we also welcome any feedback you might have in the comments section that you can find right below this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at Nintendo Games Now.